Hey guys, I hope you have a thing for long, pointy ears, because today I'm gonna be talking all about elf girls. That's right, elf girls. Elven waifus. We love them. We love them, don't we? We love elven waifus. Who doesn't love elven waifus? See, I was surfing YouTube last night, just surfing around, and I randomly came across this video from a YouTuber known as Arcus the Man of Style. So, yeah, I came across his YouTube channel. This was the video that popped up, and immediately it has the absolute best thumbnail I've ever seen in my life. This is the best thumbnail of all time. This right here. This is the greatest thumbnail of any YouTube video in the history of YouTube videos, because I mean, I don't have to describe it, do I? Like, just look at it. You don't even have to know this show. You don't have to know the context, because the context is pretty obvious just by looking at the image. If a picture is truly worth 1,000 words, then this one is worth all of the words in the universe, because it's just, I mean, look at it. It's just a great thumbnail. It's just really good. It immediately makes me smile for many reasons. Uh, Aside from that, I noticed that this show had a really cute, adorable elf girl as the main character. And I've never heard of it. It's called Elf 17. At first, I thought that was like an episode number or something, but no, that's actually the name of the show. It's an anime from 1987. I believe it's based on a manga. In fact, I think that's what this image here is. I think that's actually a manga volume cover or something. But I tried to find information about this show, and I could not get anything. There's not even a wiki page for this fucking thing. I could not find any info or background information on this anime. I have no idea where it came from. I have no idea who animated it, who directed it, who designed this great elf girl over here. I have no idea who is responsible for this thing, but I don't know much about the manga, or if the manga was even remotely successful, but again, I can't find anything about that either. I don't think any other episodes were made. I don't even think there's more of them. You know, which does happen to a lot of OVAs. There are OVAs from like the late 80s or whatever in anime that never got like a full series out of it or anything, if they're not successful enough, or the budget falls through, or something happens. I mean, I couldn't find anything about this show. So I watched it. I watched the episode last night, tried to learn more, like tried my best to suss out anything that would make this like a great gem to recommend to people. And I could not find much, aside from the fact that very obviously it has this cute elf girl who kind of reminds me of a Dirty Pair character. She kind of looks like one of the Dirty Pair girls, partly because of her kind of stocky, tastefully thick design, let's say. Um, but also because she's a pro wrestler for some reason. And like Dirty Pair, it's set in a sci-fi space universe. Um, Kind of, sort of Star Warsy, I guess, in a generic sense. And that's kind of all I know. I mean, she sprouts fairy wings sometimes. She has like magic wings so she can fly around. And she's like a intergalactic wrestler. Because the show opens with her jumping to a ring, like a wrestling ring, and fighting a crap ton of like super powered alien dudes from all over the universe. It had a really charming, adorable main character who, unlike all the other characters in the episode, looked great in every single frame and is almost in every single frame. So, like, if you just want a really cute waifu in a cheesy 80s anime OVA, this will provide that. Her design is really good. Like, I don't know who designed this character. I don't know who the artist was, but I gotta give props where props are due, because she is one of the better like elven elf waifu designs I've seen in all of anime. Them elf girls, man, I think they're making a comeback these days. Thanks in part to shows like Dungeon Meshi. I know this girl over here is super popular these days. That's not the best image. There's a nicer one. Yeah, she's cute. I remember trying this show back in the day when it first aired on Netflix. I think it was like a year ago. Um, and I dropped it immediately because I thought the premise of just eating dungeon monsters uh, wasn't all that interesting to me. And there didn't seem to be much else more going on with it, even though it's not as immediately striking as something like Kill La Kill, you know, or anything else amazing that they've done over the years. So I kind of dropped it, but every time I see new clips or new images of this show posted online, there's always like fun new characters that I didn't see in the beginning. They did front load with Elf Girl with Marcel, so you know, maybe I should have gave it more time. But she's cute, and Marcel might be one of the most popular characters in the show. She's kind of like the Bulma of Dungeon Meshi, I guess, because she's everywhere on the internet. Maybe even more popular than Freerin, who is the other like really popular elf girl these days. There it is. This chick is also really popular, but I do think she has a cool design, especially the outfit. The outfit's really cool. I like the black and white and gold colors of her outfit. But I thought the show was, who the hell is that guy? Whereas Dungeon Meshi at least had like humor that I could get behind, which is why maybe I shouldn't have dropped that right away. But Freerin, I tried to watch a few episodes, and I was just like, man, this is a little too stoic and earthly for my taste. I don't know, too dry for me. I found it kind of dull. And I'm a guy who found Mushishi entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't enjoy, you know, some dry anime on occasion. It's just, I don't know, something about Freerin just didn't work for me. But, hey, I do like Freerin herself. It's cool design. I just didn't find her that entertaining. But we all know who the best elf girl of all time is. Deedlit. Deedlit from Record of Lodoss War. I actually played this game, Wonder Labyrinth. They have a game. They have a Metroidvania that stars this character. This anime elf girl from the 90s. This is a 90s anime. This is very old school. So, like, the fact that she still kind of pops up every now and again is something that does make me happy. Because she is probably the most iconic elf girl in all of anime, really. Before, like nowadays, I feel like in isekai shows especially, they pop up all the time. How many of them are actually memorable and become classic characters is another story. But Deedlit stuck around, partly because Record of Lodoss War is actually a great show, and you should watch it, because if you like fantasy anime of any kind, it's actually really good. It's one of the best ones. But Deedlit's also a really great character. And not just because she's a very hot, sexy elf girl, but that definitely helps. Just look at them, what do they call those? Pauldrons? Them shoulder pads? Pauldrons? I think they're called pauldrons. It's especially cool because she's like one of those waifus that manages to be both very regal and like she can be a serious character, but she can also be kind of goofy and funny. She's got depth. She's got layers. This character, you know, you gotta watch Record of Lodoss War. Deedlit is the OG. Well, she's the OG elf girl, man. She's the OG elf girl. But I think we can all agree, part of what makes a great elf gal is the ears, right? It's the ears. It's all about the ears. It's all about them prominent, long, pointy ears. You know, there's just something about them. I like prominent features in general. but there's just something about them ears, bro. And they have that mystical quality about them, you know. They're always magic. That's a classic image right there. She's cool, man. She's smoking, and I want to be a part of what she's smoking. I want to inhale the deedlit smoke. I don't know where I'm going with that. These aren't elves for weebs. There we go. That's what we want. Hello there. Oh, Yandere Dark Elf. I've heard of this one. Was that good? See, I need to catch up. I need to catch up on the modern day elf girl pedigree. You know, I've been missing out. Ooh, I forget her name. There was a dark one in Record of Lotus War, but I forget her name. There is another elf girl in the show too. She's pretty cool too. Yandere Dark Elf. I wonder if that's good. I'm gonna have to check that one out. As long as it's not another isekai, damn it. Can I get elf girls without watching isekai shows? Who's that? Oh, it doesn't say. Somebody put her in their top 15 best elf girls. Wonder if I would agree with their list. We'll find out if he has good taste. If Deedlit is in there. 15, Freerin. Okay, right off the bat, we're off to a good start. Freerin is at the bottom of the list. Sorry, Freerin, but you're cute, but you're also so dull. You're so boring that somehow you make me not want to watch your show. Echidna, Queen's Blade. I've never seen this show. Why is she named after a... Why is she named after a small burrowing animal? It's a weird name. Tuca Luna from from Gate. Oh God, burn it with fire. Although she is a cute looking character. Kind of generic, but cute, I guess. Tiffania Westwood, the familiar of Zero. Never heard of it. But we're gonna rate the elf girl anyway. She looks sad. And her ears aren't prominent enough, so no. Go back to the Keebler factory. Victoria Samanarang? Restaurant to Another World? Again, them ears are too small. Those aren't elf ears. That's just somebody born with, like, deformed ears. That's some clip-on shit. Puck? Puck! I forgot all about Puck, but Puck is not an elf girl. And not even an elf husbando, because he's a fairy. So that doesn't count. Puck is not an elf. Puck is a fairy from Berserk. Great character, but that's not an elf. You get your facts straight, bro. This list is all over the place. Marielle Log Horizon. Never saw Log Horizon, but as far as elf girls go, not crazy about that design. In fact, it looks kind of bleh, forgettable. High Elf Archer, Goblin Slayer. Okay, I've heard of this show. Never gave a damn about it. But that is a decent elf girl. She's decent. Them ears sticking out real good. Despite all the hair, you can see them ears. Not the best design of all time, but, you know, she gets a passing grade, I suppose. Shira L. Greenwood, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Oh my goodness, that title. Well, I guess that's an elf girl, because I do see ears tucked away in the back there, but her chest area is a hell of a lot more prominent. Kind of takes priority here in this design, so I'm not sure what to think of that. It's a lot more breasts than there is ears. That just doesn't work when it's an elf girl. You got to make the ears even bigger to compensate there. The ears have to be the most prominent feature. She's an elf girl. No Game, No Life. Okay, never seen No Game, No Life, but this has really cool, colorful, weird animation. And this character design is not bad. The ears look a little underwhelming, but, you know, as far as elf girls go, this is a more intriguing design, at least. I like the colors. This show has interesting colors, but Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd have to see her in another image. This image, this shot is not a very good one. She's kind of far away from the screen. Mare and Aura, Overlord. Okay, those are definitely elves. Um, cool designs. I like when anime characters have what do they call that? Heterochromia, when the eyes are different colors. It's kind of cool. That's always a cool look on a character. And the ears definitely get a passing grade. Now those are husbandos, but it's all right. I'm still gonna give them a passing grade nonetheless. In case there are any gals watching, you know. D-Lit Record of Lotus War. Yes, I don't know why she's number 3 on the list, but you know what? I'll take it. Nothing more needs to be said about her. Siflet, you have a horrible name, sir. Mushoku Tensei. Don't know anything about this show. I do see pointy ears, although it's kind of hard to make out. Oh yeah, they're there. Cool design, I guess. The visor's nice. I like the visor. Cyberpunk elf. Alright, and the number 1 pick on this list, of course, it's Amelia from ReZero. Oh god. Come on, everybody knows when it comes to character designs, the only really cool looking characters in ReZero are Rem and Ram. I don't even like ReZero, but I always loved the design of Rem and Ram. Now, they're not elf girl, and I'll be honest, I forgot she even was an elf girl, because her ears are incredibly, uh, they're barely there at all. They're almost absent from her design, and yeah, I don't really like her. I don't really like her as a character. I think she's boring. That's alright. I still respect that list. He made a list, and I respect it. That's my thoughts on elf girls, guys. What do you think about elf girls? Who's your favorite elf girl in all of anime? Maybe you know some older ones that I don't know about that you can bring up. Educate me a little. Ooh, that's a good one. And those are kind of small, but still a good design. Yeah. Anyway, just let me know what you think in the comments. Droopy ears! This one's got droopy ears. Oh my god. I didn't even know I wanted this until I saw it. Anyway, till next time, you get to burning and live for the passion. Bye.